Hello and welcome to the final race of VIL Division 1, and I'm here joined for the final time of this season. Just to clarify, we're not ending VIL, but Chapelele and Droftas will be retiring from the pits, and they will be starting from the back of the grid. Last race of the season, and we obviously already have the champion in Droftas. Let's hope these guys give us a really good race at Baku, and I'm here with Velocity.
Hello. So we've got a couple of drivers, obviously, that are still coming in new, even last race of the season. We've got a couple guys who have got last races here as well, so we will not be seeing them take part as next season. Obviously, man here from day one, Nova, it's his final race. He's moving over to PC, so he's not going to be with us next season. Droftas, of what I've heard, is actually moving down to a reserve role for next season as well, so he won't be able to defend his championship, sadly. But obviously we are always aiming to recruit more as well and replace what we lose. But yeah, it's looking very good at the moment.
I've got to agree with that, and we will miss Nova. Been a long-term servant of VIL, and he will be, as you said earlier, will be doing donuts to signify him leaving and his last race of VIL. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Who's furthest on the? Actually, I haven't even got the track.
We have got Ferrari. I think it's Phil. Phil is out first.
Oh my god, I just seen a crash. I literally just flicked off it and I saw a crash. SAF1 Conrad has died. I literally, if you see that on the stream, I flick on it for a second and then it happens.
Well, that's drama straight away, isn't it? But no, we're it's going to be an interesting one today. Difficult track to overtake. We saw a lot of things go wrong in GP2, especially for you. Could have got your first win in, obviously, VIL, but it didn't go well for you in the end. But obviously it just shows the unforgiving nature of this track, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously it's hard enough in the dry, but when you add wet weather to that as well, you know, like it just adds a whole nother factor, because it's so unforgiving, as you say. Slightest mistake, you're in the wall, and your wheel's coming off. So yeah, as we see Andreas navigate through the castle section.
And I tell you what, I do believe Andreas is actually moving down to a reserve role as well, due to timings. But with Andreas moving down to a reserve role, we will be getting our Season 1 championship contender back. I know they're very close friends, but that is in One is going to be returning to see us in Season 3, which is going to be very exciting to see what he can do. Yeah,
it's going to be great to see him back, obviously, as you say, runner-up to Dan Murphy in that first season. Andreas is about to come across the line now. Just in front of him, actually, is I'm Sloth, about to start his flying lap. It's Phil Razor, and he's just gone 2/10 quicker than Phil Razor, Andreas, with a 1:39.039, and literally 10 odd milliseconds. Behind Paulie Orange with a 1:39.058. But yeah, I really like the track Baku. Really good for overtaking, unrelenting, but I like that about it, and I really think I would have won that race of VIL, perhaps if it wasn't, if it wouldn't have rained, or if I just wouldn't have pushed too hard. I don't know. So still have PTSD about that.
I tell you what, we do still have a battle on our hands actually this race. For the Constructors' Championship, there's only 14 points that split AlphaTauri and Red Bull. Red Bull do need to outscore AlphaTauri today to be able to claim the Constructors by 15 points or more. But Tango has lagged out of the session. That's become a bit of a common theme at the moment.
Pease has just gone quickest.
That's very, very good time from him, really.
Yeah, 38.386, 7/10 quicker than anyone.
but no. 15 points. Obviously, they've got One repping the Red Bull team at the moment. They are two sister teams, but obviously I have placed the reserve. There is around, I would believe, Abyssus's pace, as Abyssus did have his wheel give out on him in Russia, I think it was, and he has been absent ever since. So it is unfortunate to see him because he is an absolute quality driver, and I think he will be coming back as soon as he can, but that'll be when he gets his wheel sorted. But no, it's
got quite a lot of comments already, actually. Sorry, I haven't been reading them. Young Lights saying evening. Good to see Young Lights back. Obviously racing earlier in the season. Chapelele saying Droftas won't start from the back, he a noob. And actually, yeah, Droftas is doing a lap. I think he's completely forgotten about that.
Well, he can get himself disqualified. But,
yeah, it's really disgraceful. Chapelele saying, where is Abyssus? I need him. Unfortunately, his wheel is still destroyed. But you have got One, who's not bad backup. One about to cross the line now.
Well, One's a class backup,
let's
honestly.
see. I know, it was an understatement, you nonce.
Yeah.
But it's not a great first time, though. 1:39.4. Tango saying, well, that was a fast getting in. Yeah, I invited you a couple of times. So did Toby. I don't know what was going on there. But yeah.
We do have Droftas on a lap. I would be... I wonder if he's trying to... Maybe... I don't know. But I would expect him to try and start at the back with Shap. He did say he would last week, so...
Is he lying?
Very interesting one.
Well, he's going for it here. Pease is retired in the pits. Definitely safely through. What was he... This is really poor from Droftas if he's actually going to do this.
Well,
he's
going to do it. Disqualify himself.
This is poor. I'm not happy. Not happy at all with that. Can everyone boo Droftas in the comments, please? Chapelele, the only one who's doing the first challenge. Try and make it a bit more interesting. Feel bad for Chapelele now, but you know.
Emerson is going to come. Is a massive one as well for next season as well, because
I wouldn't comment on his weight. That's just rude.
Well, consistency. He's there or thereabouts, isn't he? Maybe pace-wise he's not with Shaq, but consistency-wise, I'd back him to be able to bring the fight to
him. Just looking, One's he's not doing another lap. Young Lights is on the lap, but I've got no... Okay, the Delta has appeared now. Hopefully he has fixed his internet issues. Guess we will soon see. Tango's done a 2:15.
One's retired from the session and has actually crashed out.
He has, right by the...
Get on board with Ailhan, and we will be able to see what has happened to him.
Oh my god,
and
he's
right
in the middle of the
track.
Jesus, I really hope that... As Ailhan goes 5th fastest, I really hope they get rid of that, because that is...
That should be a red flag, realistically.
Yeah,
if this game had red flags.
Well, that's why you need red flags. That could take someone's wheel. Nova about to start his lap, he just goes past the stricken car there of One. Well, but that's not good for Red Bull. That means both Red Bulls will be starting in Q2 at this rate. Sorry, in getting eliminated in Q1 and starting from the back, so not ideal. As we go on board with Nova, see what he can do.
It's got very good scenery, hasn't it, as well, Baku? Nice street circuit.
Yep, and Young Light's just gone quickest. 38.273, 10th quicker than Pease.
He's not missed out, has he?
No, and he...
Been out of the game for a while,
The fact that his time actually logged shows that it's a lot less laggy than usual.
Well, apparently he was meant to be getting new internet today, but the internet man hasn't came out to see him yet because they hate him, and he should be getting it tomorrow. So next season he'll be... hopefully not sat at McDonald's with Tango, and
Young Lights has just gone off there. I don't know.
Well, he does seem to be struggling in terms of keeping it out of the walls. So
yeah, I think he just missed his braking zone completely. Yeah, really disappointed though with Droftas. I hope he's listening to this. Droftas said, I told Shap today I wasn't doing last. Well, why have you gone back on it? Explain yourself.
Oh, disgraceful.
Explain yourself. Disgusting. So disappointed. I thought you were better than that, Droftas.
Shapalele is going to do it. We'll see what he can do. And I reckon, to be honest, knowing Shapalele, could probably get a podium, if I'm being honest.
Definitely.
The way he goes.
YouTube Nova set his first time 140.128. I'm not sure if he's going again. Don't think so.
Well, we've got FTH on a lap, just
Droftas,
coming
it's not
around.
just Toby that's disappointed, it's me. So you're disappointing me as well as Toby, so you got to think of that. Emerson is on a lap as well. He's a horrible human. Well, that may be so, but what have I done to deserve it? And
well,
you know,
you're Italian, so kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
FTH actually goes into P4, which is solid from him, actually.
138.694, pretty good time. Emerson is going through the castle section now, goes very close to that. You want to go as close as you can to those walls, even though it is risky.
Well, it's a full commit, isn't it? It's an all-or-nothing lap.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference in your lap. He's saying, Droftas saying, I feel for Maz, he's a top guy. I don't know, that Maz can also be a bit of a dick. At VIL Maz.
But I'll tell you what, Knowlesy's actually probably going to get through on the basis that we might lose another driver very soon, if I'm being honest. Even if he doesn't set his lap, for some reason he does like to come out as late as physically possible to set his times. It's a bit of a trend that he likes to do at the moment.
Emerson coming across the line now, goes quickest, 37.993. He's into the 37s already.
That's what we're saying though about Emerson though, isn't it? Rapid driver. Consistency is up there. Maybe if he can gain like 2-3 more temps, I think he could really challenge Shapalele next season, and I think maybe getting pushed by Shapalele might give him that. Yeah, he's already got a few wins ahead over Shapalele, although obviously safety car and stuff has played a role in it. You've still got to be there, you've still got to show the pace, and he has done that. So yeah, he's doing a great job, fair play to him. He's currently quickest in the session. And obviously with Chapellet not doing this, pole is wide open. I Am Sloth is in Sector 2, but he's invalidated. Young Light's retired from the session in the pits, he's safely through. Knowlesy is coming into Sector 3 now, let's see what time he can do. Well, Chapellet saying 10 temps. Obviously, them putting hashtag humble, but I guess he knows where he's at, doesn't he? Chapelele.
Yeah.
But yes, Pease, I do understand how long 10 temps is. Don't you worry. No, I don't. I actually thought that was like
he
one
literally... Knowlesy goes third fastest. 38.324. Sloth is starting another lap. Obviously invalidate the first lap. I find it quite hard to get penalties around here. Although it is possible, and to get invalidations it is possible, but if it's a track that I'm finding it difficult to get penalties out, that's saying something, you know.
Yeah, you are a bit of a retard when it comes to...
Well, I didn't get a penalty last time out, last race out, so... And I didn't get a penalty at Azerbaijan either, so... Awkward for you, isn't it? Awkward for you.
Well, that's because they're both street circuits, and it's very difficult.
Awkward for you.
Oh, you're quite rude.
Awkward. Emerson retiring from the session. Sloth in Sector 2 now. And... oh my god. I have been talking too much today.
That's a first.
I know. Even I have my limits. Sloth tapped the wall. I don't think he got any damage, but...
He's another one who I think will be reserving or maybe being able to commit full-time next season.
For GP1, yeah.
Yeah. He's not going to be competing in GP2 because I tell you what, he absolutely dominates them lot.
Well, he got his well-deserved race win last time out in Vietnam for GP2.
And was literally running for the win on both the other tracks as well.
Yep.
So
he's done a 39.786.
Has found his breeding ground a little bit more here.
Breeding? I hope he's not breeding around here. No,
he definitely is.
No, we don't want breeding on this track, guys.
He's breeding.
Keep it PG. I think Velocity's just horny. I think we should just ignore him because I don't know where that's come from. Well, it's clearly come from horniness, but yeah, calm yourself down.
Lockdown got
child.
me moving mad.
Yeah. As a lot of people retiring in the pits now. Currently in the danger zone, YouTube Nova and German, but
I'm waiting for his
Conrad,
donuts.
Chapelele and One. Oh, is he doing his donuts?
Well, I said I am waiting. I think he's going to be setting another lap, and then he's going to probably do them at the end.
He's actually got a good chance of getting into Q2 here because of One crashing out.
Yeah,
he just needs to slide through. Although German also on a lap. He's 2 tenths up, so that's a good sign.
Another 3 drivers that we will be seeing in Division 1 next season. I will confirm it now. Is going to be Mars, Gods and Beefy. The 3 drivers that are getting promoted in the end because obviously they have fully deserved it.
Nova going over a bit of wing from someone in front, and the driver in front is
Sloth.
Yeah, it's Sloth, so he's got a bit of wing damage on his in lap. Nova then fully sending it into this corner. Looked like he was quite stable through there. Are we going to end up with 14 drivers in Q2? At the moment we are, but Nova is improving. Will it be enough? Coming up to this long DRS straight now where we've seen so many late overtakes. Remember when Bottas pit Stroll at the line here for second place?
Very satisfying.
Yeah.
I don't like Stroll.
What? I thought you said you did the other day.
No, I
he's
don't
a
really like
flip-flop,
him.
I forget. 139.474, so that is a millisecond quicker than One. And that's YouTube Nova through. Can German join him and knock out... Sloth's knocked out here already. So German just needs to get himself through.
Well, I'm going to sit on board and see what... if Nova's going to be doing his donuts here, or if he's going to
German
wait.
Can't make it through. Nova is through though.
Fortunate. A couple of attempts off the pace there.
So we've actually lost. We've lost 5 drivers from that session, from Q1 rather than the 4, because One, despite technically getting through, has crashed out. So, but yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing donuts from Nova just yet. After getting in.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he did, but then again I'd be kind of a bit more surprised if he did it in Q2, considering those are the tyres you start on if you make it into Q3.
Yeah, but if he doesn't make it into Q3, I guess.
Yeah, he's retired from the session, so...
Yep.
As we have no drivers out on track currently...
God, I hate you. Sorry,
thanks.
I just thought I'd get that out there. Yep, so we're just waiting for everyone now to retire or come through.
Oh. Yes, we do have Emerson looking very strong. Young Lights is obviously... Manny did take part in the start of the season, had very big internet issues and decided
a bit of an
to pull out
understatement
for a
there.
bit. Yeah, basically was worse than McDonald's.
He was off. Was it him who was off to Abu Dhabi, or was it someone else?
No, that was not him. That was Gio.
He had commentary at another track, so he had to try.
He went to Ferrari World. He did.
Oh dear. Yeah, this is the last race of Division 1, so I think we're just going to have a bit more casual approach as commentary. I hope that's alright. Everything's wrapped up apart from the constructors, obviously, and personal pride. Kazizel 5. Shap is so goated and humble. Last to first challenge has begun. Andreas says Swedish meatball for pole. Young Lights laughs. Chapelele says love you too, Kie. And Kazizel says huh? Well, that's the emoji I imagine is going huh? but that's my interpretation of it. Would you agree with that? Was that what the emoji said?
Yeah, I'll go with that. It was probably a very good impression as well. That's probably what he did actually in real life.
It's definitely what he intended as well. So we're going to get the detail up so we can see what tyres they fitted. Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised if we see them start off on the mediums and then everyone panic and go onto the softs at the end, like every other qualifying session we've seen recently.
God, don't complain, jeez. This kid just...
I'm not complaining.
No, it sounded very much like...
Lord! Phil's going to be the first one out on track.
Yep, I'm on him already. Oh, that sounded sexual, it is. Tango's saying, it's been good since coming to league level, so high, and my best ever battle in Belgium, but looking forward to the next season. Yep, Tango, it's been great, especially since your internet's got better. We've seen some really good racing from you. You're quick in this league. It's obviously a pretty quick league as it is, and might get even quicker next season. And yeah, we're hoping to see you again next season and see you continue to do well and even better. SCF1 Conrad has disconnected. He needs another invite, apparently.
I am on it now.
Nova says, finally I got Q2. I did do my donuts, but you guys missed it. I'll do some more, so watch out for me. Okay, we will. Especially if you don't, get into Q3.
So, you know what?
Yeah.
I think they're coming now.
I think he's... Yeah, the donuts will be coming. Well, he's guaranteed at least 14th, so might as well, I guess. First across the line, though, at the moment, to set their lap will be Phil Razor. He is coming into the end of the second sector now.
And he's coming out on track now, Nova is, so if we keep an eye on that man. And we'll see where he decides he's going to do his donuts, because obviously, I think he could get pole on these wets, but, I mean... But no, it's been a pleasure having him with us, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, massive pleasure.
Very, very good driver. Hopefully we'll see him back one day. If we have actually messaged him to stay in touch in case we ever expand onto PC, which would be very interesting.
Definitely, and I think PC as well, obviously, a lot of people aren't going to be necessarily going to next gen. I think the next game, when it is next gen, like for example, for the next game, it depends. If it's next gen only, I won't be able to get the next game because I'm not going to PS5. So there's still a bit of uncertainty about the next game. So, but yeah, anyway, certainly for next season, you know, be around. Yeah, Phil anyway has done obviously the fastest first sector. He's on the medium tyres. Pretty much everyone on the medium tyres. Just keeping an eye on Nova with his wet tyres. Just having a little joy. He's sliding everywhere on those wet tyres as you'd expect.
Honestly, they do look quite good though, don't they, in the dry? Surprisingly enough.
Yeah. Spinach. Well, that actually is Phil. That is actually Phil, so that transitions perfectly to seeing Phil complete his lap there, actually.
We've got our donuts going on now.
Oh, I'll quickly... Yep. Beautiful. Destroy those tyres on the engine. As Phil Razor's going to cross the line. Oh, be careful not to lose your wheel. No. Phil Razor sets it for 1:14.958. He's putting on quite a show for us now. I bet a lot of cars coming down. So Mercedes has stopped to watch. Mercedes has stopped to watch. He was fascinated by it. I don't blame him. I think a lot of drivers might be a bit like, what the hell is going on there if they don't know about it as well.
No, there we go, and he's done that. And
yeah,
that
was fantastic. Thanks for that, Nova. Pease is in Sector 3. He'll be the next across the line. Young Lights is lagged out.
Lagged out of the session.
Pease comes across the line on the medium tyres. Wow, that's a good time on the mediums. 1:39.331. Pretty good time, that.
Yeah, well, I do think this is one of Pease's actually better tracks, to be honest.
Tango now coming across the line to set his lap. He goes quickest on the 1:38.3. He is on the soft tyres, though. Dropped us with the 1:42.796 with the softs. Don't know what happened with his lap, but can only say...
Karma.
Karma. Andreas on a lap now. And he's coming through.
Yeah, I will also be making polls for obviously driver of season, everything. But you know what? Everyone's going to be involved in it, so I'm not going to be picking who I think it should be. Everyone's picking who they think it should be, because realistically, it's the driver's driver, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So everyone's going to get one vote. Everyone votes for one driver, and whoever wins. Every driver's going to be on the chart, and we'll see how it goes. But no, it'll be very, very interesting. Obviously, I've got a couple of drivers in mind who I think my drivers of the season are. But yeah, it's been a really, really good season actually. It's had its ups and downs. Especially with each division. GP2 attendance-wise hasn't been the greatest, which we're looking to improve next season, but obviously that comes with the sort of first season of expanding, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so,
I mean, there's always... It's like the first season of VIL in general. We only had one division. There's always teething problems, and especially towards the end of the season, attendance lags, whatever. But then look at the difference this season in GP1. You know, we had really good attendance, really good quality of racing. We hope that continues with GP2. You know, you have the teething year of getting it set up, and then you have a really good, solid year. It's never going to be instant. It just never is. When you start a new division.
Because we've brought in at least 20 brand new drivers to this league. Well, to be honest, from season 1, I think there's 30 brand new drivers in here that we weren't actually driving with last season. So
definitely, yeah. It's
a big change up.
Yeah, it's really, you know, GP2 obviously, as it was the first season, it's a bit more difficult to get drivers and stuff, and consistent drivers, and a lot of people dropped out, because we did have really good attendance at the start. But fair play to GP1, obviously it's had an extra season, which has clearly helped. We've seen some really good turnout and some really quality racing. We got some really great drivers out there.
Well, to be honest, do I still think Japan's my favourite race? Because honestly, safety cars at the end of the race have made these races amazing, because the quality of driving these guys are.
It was similar in Vietnam. That safety car towards the end of the race just made it absolutely crazy. And then obviously the crash of Emerson across the line. I know we went like us mentioning it, but that was crazy.
Yeah, no, it's been a bit of a wild one this season.
Dan, Lights has lagged out the session, so I'm afraid it isn't a record. Actually, it might still be a record, I don't know. But Andreas said, yeah, Tango, legendary, our battle was. Saved it on my phone, presuming that's talking to his battle in Belgium with Andreas. Tango on about. Nova's about to start his flying lap. He is actually going to go out on the softs and try and get into Q3. And that would be a great way to end his VIL stint, wouldn't it? If he could get into Q3 and get a good race result.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Getting in Q3 I would say in this division is no mean feat, is it?
No.
Especially for some of the drivers who did see themselves, even in Season 1, mid-pack drivers. And the speed has increased tenfold. I mean, you've got the likes of Paulie Orange, Emerson, Chapelele's insane. Droftas, consistent as anything. We didn't have these guys last season, and
Tango's retired in the pits. He's so that confident, obviously.
I would be with that time.
Nova's done a purple first sector. He's on the soft, so that is possible. Droftas on another outlap. Just looking at any times I missed. Phil invalidate one of his times.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to put you on the spot a bit. As FDH almost loses the car, it's a brilliant catch there. The end of season thing.
End
of season race season review montage thing, whatever it is. Is that when are we expecting this?
Well, it probably start working on it straight away after this. My brother's pretty good at editing. He's already agreed to do it. It'll probably be a compilation of all the best sort of mixture of everything, you know, overtakes, commentary gaffes and funny moments, crashes, etc. Nova does a 1:38.832. That might be enough to put him in Q3, you know.
That's a very good time,
it's a
actually.
very good time, even on the softs. So yeah, that I'm not going to put an exact date on it, but I can imagine we could expect that in the coming weeks. Nova's just left the session as we're teleported to Young Knight's car. But in terms of the season, there's been a lot of really good moments. You know, probably one of the best for me. Trying to think, there's actually been quite a lot of really good races, and my memory is that of Finding Dory, so it's not very effective without looking back at it.
Well, I'll tell you what though, I do believe me and you will be doing a podcast probably.
Yeah, we will, and we'll be properly looking through with all the details and stuff, and like, so we can actually go through be like, this race, oh, what happened there, you know, rather than just me going
Yeah, well, obviously that will be that won't be live streamed. That will be done outside, and then obviously premiered as a video.
Outside? No, I'm doing it inside, mate.
No, I'm doing it outside in the garden.
FDH has done a 1:39.651.
But
currently puts him through. We've had only 11 times so far, but Dan Murphy and Fatality are coming out of the pit lane. Alan is the last person on the outlap, and good opportunity here for. I think maybe that's why Droftas perhaps didn't want to do the last to first, maybe because he wanted the constructors as well as the drivers. I guess that makes sense.
He's had a very, very good rear gunner this season, actually. I think that's a job that's really not highlighted enough.
I mean, a couple of races, Abu Dhabi, quite a lot of them that I can think back, Abu Dhabi, Vietnam, like a lot of them where Alan's always consistently up there with Droftas. And when, you know, he never holds him up, gets out the way, etc. for him. Got a couple of podiums, got some really good points, etc. So, he's been, I think, the perfect number 2 driver, realistically, even if they haven't stated it to each other, but the way it's gone, he has been the perfect number 2. He's never really he joined halfway through the season when obviously Droftas was already in, as you see quite a few retirements, Droftas was already in a championship fight, so it was understandable he did that, but still didn't have to, you know. We're seeing everyone. Well,
they do know each other, so I would assume they've been in parties a fair bit as well, just pinging information off of each other, and obviously that always helps as well.
So as it stands, Nova is going through to Q3 for his final ever.
So I'm actually going to go to the toilet while you cover the final parts of this.
Dan Murphy then coming across the line. What can he do? Can he get out of Q2? He can at the moment, at 1:39.888 on the mediums. The only ones who can knock him out, Phil Razor, Droftas, Fatality, Alan. Fatality is not furthest on the lap, Phil Razor is, and he's just started a lap. So ignore that. Fatality will be the next one to cross the line, potentially dropping to GP2 next season. He's got decent qualifying pace, but he does seem to fall off a bit in the race. But I could certainly see him come back and doing well in GP2 if he does go back on that. Nothing's confirmed yet. Fatality then, it said purple middle sector, but you never really trust it with this game, seeing how it goes. I do wonder if Dan's going again as well. I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll see. Droftas on an outlap as well. Obviously that time at the moment it's not going to be good enough to get him through. What can Fatality do? He's on the softs, and it puts him 4th, 38.961. That currently puts Young Lights into the drop zone, and that eliminates Dan Murphy, unless Dan Murphy is on another lap, which he may be. Guess we will soon find out. Next across the line will be Alan. I didn't see what his first sector was, or his middle sector. Again, it says purple middle sector, but it says that for everyone. FTH has retired from the session. Those in danger, then, you could say everyone up to Knowlesy in danger here, because I think we've got Andreas, Dan Murphy, Phil Razor, Droftas and Alan all on laps. Alan is going for it on the mediums. It's not going to be enough. It's P12. Phil Razor is only 13th. Dan Murphy is not going to improve. He's out of P11 though. That's a handy position for him. Andreas is up on his time by 4/10. P11, to be fair, is not a bad position to start for Dan Murphy.
Well, Droftas is still on a lap actually, so
yeah, no,
he could be dropping down even further.
I did mention that.
I do honestly love that camera angle, where Droftas just come through the sort of is it canted? I don't know my
canted
terminal. Canted.
I think you just.
I don't know my terminology for like angle.
Andreas crosses the line and he is through comfortably, and that knocks. No, that doesn't knock anyone extra out. No. Droftas then 2 seconds up on his time. Is he going to knock Young Lights out? Looking likely. And he has. Goes fastest, 1:38.243. So Dan Murphy will be starting 12th, FTH 11th. So we lose from that session FTH, Dan Murphy, Alan and Phil Razor. Droftas were the fastest of the session, but special note there for Nova. He's made it into Q3, so well done on him.
Yeah, well, he'll be happy with that, I think. Even if he does get 10th or so, it's a good way to end off the season, isn't it?
Nova saying the odds of me making Q3 with a surprised heart emoji. Dan saying he's all over him like a flannel. Droftas Australia GP2. Don't worry, that's one of them. All over him like it was all over him like a wet flannel or something like that. He said it. I was creasing when he said that. He also said it Hungary as well, I think. And then there's a few from me in Velocity as well that will be in there. But yeah, if you didn't think of anything in particular, don't feel free to let us know. We'll see if we can get like some really good battlers like Andreas and Tango in there, etc.
Yeah, I'll tell you what as well. What I would love to see is P10 is. Oh, I would assume Young Lights has retired his car or something on track. But if any of you guys want to be featured in this highlights video, send your clips over to Maz and he'll see how we can get them into the thing, because to be honest, as much action as we possibly can get will make it as enjoyable to watch. And
probably the best to do that, because a lot of you can't really send videos on Discord, is to do that by messaging the VIL Twitter. If you DM me on that, Velocity International League Twitter, we've got it in the Discord, you know, the Twitter, you can copy, I always copy links to the latest tweets and that. If you then DM me on that, I can put any clips in, especially like if you want POV stuff that's not on the stream. So like if something's not been caught on the stream and you thought it was really funny or like a really good battle and it's not on the stream, feel free to send that across.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. It could be a long one, to be honest. There is a lot of great battles that have been on this season, and to be honest, I reckon we could see a lot today as well.
Yeah, definitely. Let's hope so as well.
Because we're watching out for Chapelele coming through the pack. More than likely a safety car at some point. That Chapelele has learned to love those things. Obviously, we've got the likes of Paulie, Orange, Emerson, Tango if he doesn't lag out. Yes, obviously P's, if P's probably bottling it at some point. That'll be one to watch.
Who is first out? We got...
It is a Racing Point of Emerson. He is actually the sole Racing Point this race. I didn't manage to find him a teammate, sadly.
Shocking from Velocity, but we're used to it by now.
But I tell you what, you're basically the Racing Point team owner at this point, aren't you?
I am. So it's always good to see a fellow Racing Point do well when I can't. We're seeing one of the Racing Points be promoted from GP2. That is Gods. Been a rapid teammate of mine. Without him, we wouldn't have even been in the Constructors' fight. Obviously, Alfa Romeo have now won that, but Racing Point still in second. Yeah, well deserved to get promoted, and looking forward to commentating on him in GP1 next season, because it's fully deserved.
Yeah, no, we've got some exciting prospects, I would say, coming up to GP1 next
They got
season.
high potential. They got 90, 91 potential.
Yeah, especially if they use the facilities as well,
Yeah.
with +5 on everything, or +10.
I'm just spamming. I'm spamming Total P's with Racecraft because he keeps like crashing and stuff. So you just got to spam him with Racecraft.
I don't even think that might help, to be fair. But here we go. Emerson coming across the line to start his lap. Oh, I tell you what. Next season, any predictions on like an underdog story, or because what we've got this season? I'm not saying like any new drivers that we don't know of yet.
Yeah.
Of what the information we've got this season.
Well, it's difficult to say, obviously, because a lot can change for next season. It's a shorter calendar. You have a few DNFs. You could be out of it, I think it's going to be a lot more about consistency rather than pure pace. We know, obviously, that Jottas isn't racing next season, unfortunately, in the league. Emerson is pretty consistent. I think he's certainly going to be one to watch. And obviously, the obvious answer is saying Emerson and Chapelaire. But in terms of like an underdog story, it's difficult. How do you define underdog? Because I'm thinking of a couple, but then I'm thinking, do they classify as an underdog?
Well, I'm thinking maybe wins that you probably wouldn't expect them to usually be in the battle for a win. But you think they've got the potential to grab one.
FTH.
Also. It's not a bad shout. He's got his pace, doesn't he?
He's improving all the time. I know he didn't get into Q3, but he's improving all the time. He's got a couple of P4 finishes. He's getting better and quicker up there. And I think next season, potentially, he could be up there and possibly get a race win. I think what I'd like to see is a lot more competition as Emerson does the first lap with the 138.126. I'd like to see a lot more variety in the wins. Like a bit like we had in GP2, where even though obviously Beefy won the championship quite convincingly, there was a lot of different race winners. I think that's always something good to see. But then again, if we have a really close title fight just between two guys again, that we're not going to complain. Andreas does a 138.699. Tango has done a 138.883. He was getting mad slipstream from YouTube Nova, who does a 139.057. Droftas has now gone second, 138.533. Paulie Orange third with a 138.669.
Well, it's going to be...
Total Pieces next.
It's going to be difficult, isn't it, for to have these different race winners?
Wow.
Basically, Chapelele's the mark, isn't he? This year.
But that is a smashing time from Total P's.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said smashing. It's a smashing time.
But I do think that match... Did that match Emerson's Q1 time?
No, his was a 137.8, I think. His Q1 time. I think that's slightly beating it. Knowlesy will be next across the line, and Fatality is still on the
I do think we will be seeing mid to low 37s for the pole position by the end of this.
So Knowlesy comes across the line then, and second fast, so 137.893. I just realised we got 9 people in Q3. What the hell has happened?
Yeah, Young Light's lost his car, I think. But no, yeah. Tango said the whole of Vietnam, that was you two just talking to each other. I tell you, it kind of was, wasn't it?
I mean, with the corners, especially in qualifying, I've got to agree with that. In qualifying, we were just chatting some crazy stuff and just making up names of corners because we weren't really feeling it. But to be fair to you guys, you definitely... got us more into the mood for commentary with some excellent racing. Pretty much everyone is on in-lap or coming into the pits. Fatality still yet to come out. Currently guaranteed at least P9. Energetic says, "Hey honey, lying in my jacuzzi listening to you guys." Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, basically everyone at Energetics got married yesterday. I tuned into the stream, see it. Very happy for him. And he's having a relaxing... day after in his hotel with his now wife, so obviously massive congratulations to him. Hopefully he's having a great time. He's done a really good job this season with Division 1 and getting some well-deserved relaxation time in and some time with his new wife. But massive congratulations to him once again.
No, yeah, it's good to see, isn't it? Someone moving on with their life realistically and putting some commitment to.
Well, we know he's
what it
good
is,
at
isn't it?
commitment because he's committed to VIL and now he's committed to his wife. So I'd say VIL is a bigger commitment, but you know,
Oh yeah,
that might just be
100%.
me.
Much more demanding one as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's
VIL.
Becca's just tuned in as well.
Oh yeah, it's good to see Becca back. Saying evening. Yeah, Becca, obviously GP2 driver. She was on track to actually get promoted from GP2 potentially, but in the
had
end,
a couple good showings as well in GP1, especially and Zandvoort.
Yeah, Zandvoort first race of the season when she got points, and let's not forget also she won Zandvoort in GP2 as well. So yeah, but unfortunately had to leave the division. But good to see that she's still tuning in. Andrea saying Hilka living life, and then Energetic saying yeah. Then she left. That sounded very depressed. But yeah, we've now got 4 minutes left of this qualifying session. It says yeah, we are waiting for Fatality, the only one who hasn't done a lap yet. The time to be and the provisional pole time is set by total Ps, and it's a 1:37.743, and Nosey's only about over a tenth behind that with a 1:37.893.
He's a bit of an underdog for this one, isn't he, Nosey? I'm very surprised he's where he is. I'm not trying to sound like a prick or anything, but he hasn't been for the last couple of races. He hasn't even really got into Q3, so to see him battling for pole position.
But he has got quite a few podiums this year, just because of not just his pace, but how being so consistent with track limits, etc.
Well, yeah.
So first to cross, Fatality is going to do a lap. He'll be, well, Nova's going to set a lap first, but then it will be Fatality. He will be setting his one and only lap. I'm guessing he's only gone out once because he only had one fresh set. And yeah, Energetic isn't racing. He, as we were saying earlier, he's just got married, so he's chilling in his jacuzzi, well deserved. Yeah, we wish him a happy marriage.
Get in there, Hilka.
Happy and long marriage with his wife. It's a two-person's jacuzzi. Is that an invitation for me?
I think that's an invitation, yeah.
Okay, I'm heading over. So, Nova then, about to start his lap then. Currently done a 1:39.057. Of course, we don't know if that was on fresh or old tyres. He's on fresh tyres for this run. And let's see if he can at least break into the 38. So he's currently guaranteed, obviously, 9th at lowest because of Young Lights disconnection. So yeah, let's see what he can do. We've also, as I said, behind him, Fatality is about to start his flying lap. And we'll see what he can do.
Well, that's his pretty much... Fatality is basically running a one-shot qualifying at this point because it is literally all or nothing. You're either getting pole position, possibly, or
you're blowing up.
Yeah, that's the thing with this track. If you're going for that pole
the fact
position,
you were just
you're
there
well,
as if I said something legitimate.
No, we have seen a lot of those.
We have seen. Oh, Aelan's one was
died a couple of times.
I just love the fact that we're talking about Maccabi Haifa and Spurs playing them in a Europa League qualifier, and you just died.
Well,
that just shows how long ago it was, though. Like before in the Premier.
Yeah, it was actually. And now the Europa League groups are done.
Yeah.
So I tell you what.
And that was qualifying as well. That wasn't even the group stage. Yeah, it has been a long season, but you don't really realise it. I don't think. I keep getting sort of some races for this season mixed up with races last season. If you get me.
Well, I tell you what, though. There's been some races that I'm so glad I was commentating on. Some difficult ones to commentate on, but
that's always going to happen every season, though, isn't it?
The vast majority, I've been pretty glad I've watched them, to be honest.
Nova goes 5th, 38.618. He'd be very happy with that starting position if he can manage it. Next will be Fatality to go across the line. See what he can do for his one and only lap. And he's going to set a 1:38.729, so he does break into the 38s. Goes ahead of Tango, currently sitting P8.
Tango has invalidated his outlap.
I'm sure he's absolutely gutted. Next up will be Droftas, actually. Droftas will be the next driver to settle up.
Oh my. Tango made it with probably about 5 tenths to spare. So, yeah, very, very close there.
And, yeah, Droftas will be the next one to cross the line.
His fatality, I think, was just giving Tango a little bit of slipstream. The teammates helping each other out, even though they are battling for the wooden spoon at this point. But
the wooden spoon at Q3, might add.
Yeah.
Let's not act like it's a terrible thing. Almost launches himself off that curb, Droftas. Got some good air there. Could make a really cool montage of that. That could go in the end of season video. Just him flying off the curve. That was pretty cool.
Well, him blasting off to space, maybe.
We have got some pretty cool camera angles, to be fair. Especially like the ones with the helicopters and stuff.
Oh, yeah, there's some... I tell you what, in this game, especially, although there's so many glitches and probably the online is a lot worse than last year, the camera angles are 10 times better.
Absolutely. Droftas goes P3. Andreas goes P5. Next up will be Emerson. Can he go pole? He can at the moment. Provisional pole, 1:37.5. What about total Ps? Can he beat that? He can! It's a 1:37.416. Can Knowlesy still pole from Ps? He's currently 2 tenths up in that sector. He can't improve. He stays P3. Now it's down to Tango to see if he can get pole.
He did improve, actually.
He did improve, but it wasn't enough to improve him. It wasn't enough to improve his position, though. Can Tango snatch pole away from Ps? No, he can't, but his respectable P4 and total Ps gets his first pole position of the season in the last race of the season. And maybe that's what he was hiding all this season. He just wanted to
he did blow his PS4 up at some point, so, yeah, you know.
He wanted to sandbag the whole time until he gets pole.
Do you think he could, I mean, if he doesn't...
It depends about his PS4. Yeah, exactly. And there's also obviously stuff with, like, college work and stuff and for him, and so obviously it does depend on that.
Yeah, well, depending how long this lockdown lasts.
Yeah, very true. Very true indeed. I saw the latest thing saying they can't guarantee it'll be over by spring, so that really brought joy to my heart. Well,
not for me, because I'm an essential worker, so... No, you know what, fuck you.
Oh, yeah, okay, right. That's commentary professionalism at its finest. Nova saying, wow, I'm happy with that.
We should move to the real life.
I was purple first and second sectors. Yeah, it was a really good lap from you, Nova. I mean, a really great way to finish it off. P8 in the end, but a really good effort. And to get into Q3 as well is a really good effort. But
Pease is now Jamaican.
Pease is Jamaican, apparently. But we... And although that's debatable, what's not debatable is the fact he's got pole. Only by just under a tenth, though. Emerson coming home in P2, Knowlesy P3, Tango P4, Droftas P5, Paul the Orange P6, Andreas P7, Nova P8 in his last ever race in VIL. So really good effort from him. And 9th Fatality, well done on him on getting Q3 after a tough couple of races recently for him. And now it's time for the race, and it's also time for me to visit the toilet.
Right, it's me and you guys. I'm going to be taking you through the formation lap for the second to last time this season, because I will be taking you through the GP2 formation lap and qualifying and race as well on Saturday for the final time that season. But I'll tell you what, it's been a good one so far. Hopefully we can see more of the same tonight. Very, very difficult track to end it on, realistically. But it is a very, very interesting one as well. Could be seeing a lot of action, a lot of overtakes. Hopefully not too many on the back straight. Maybe a couple of side-by-side battles, but I can't really see... too many 3-wide or 4-wide moments, but obviously this is GP1. You never know what to expect, do you? As we have got 15 seconds until the session starts, and it does look very overcast, actually. So we could be seeing some rain at some... Oh, God. Drinking too quick. Seeing some rain at some point later on in this session, or maybe even midway, which would be very interesting. As I will take you through the grid now, as Total Peas does lead on pole position by 85 milliseconds to Emerson. Both of them are going to be on the medium compound tyres. Then followed by Nosey as well on the medium compound tyres. An amazing qualifying for him. I think the best of his season so far, and honestly has been possibly one of my drivers of the season, especially when it comes to race and dodging penalties. P4 is Tango, the first of the soft runners. He's doing really well. Just hopefully he can sort out his internet next season, and we could really be seeing a lot more from him. Droftas, the championship winner of season 2. Brilliant season from him, just consistent throughout. Is in P5. He'll be hoping to maybe finish this off with a win and closing out the constructors. P6 is Paulie Orange, someone who's been improving all season, should hopefully be looking at championship next season as well. P7 is Andreas, maybe not the most consistent driver throughout, but obviously been doing great as well. Nova has been brilliant having him. Would love to see him again at some point, but he's moving, and this final race, and he's starting P8, and hopefully can get a good result here for today. Fatality in P9, Young Lights in P10. Yeah, internet's been a bit of an issue for him this season. Hopefully it isn't this race, but next season it should be alright, and hopefully he can really start battling towards the front, because he's a rapid driver. FTH, a man who's constantly been improving, first of the hard compound runners in P11. Dan Murphy on the mediums in P12. Elhan, the rear gunner of Dan Murphy in P13. Phil, another one of the hard runners in P14. Yusuf was a bit of a quali merchant, but now he's down in 14, so maybe not his favourite track, or maybe he's focusing more on his racecraft. One in P15, Gurman in P16, I'm Sloth in P17. Was very much on for a win here in GP2, but ended up losing his wing on the final laps and giving it away, finishing P2. SAF1 in P18. Crashing pretty much on his out lap, which isn't exactly promising for him. Chapelet in P19 will really need to keep an eye on him, because he is unreal in terms of pace.
We also need to keep an eye on the weather, because Droftas has said that it wasn't forecast, but apparently there is rain in 10 to 15 according to Jeff, despite it not being forecast. That's
interesting in terms of strategy then, because some of these guys are on the hards, some are on the mediums, and some are on softs. So,
and I think a lot of that was done without knowing that there was rain inbound. So we have the 5 red lights. They seemed very quick, and there's the glitch.
But hey,
yeah, love that, Codemasters. Appreciate.
One day they'll start.
We're just guessing when they're starting, really, at this point. We've got
they're
off. Peas has had a decent start, but Emerson's going to have the inside line. Emerson goes for the move. Peas goes round the outside, keeps the position. Very good defending from him. So Peas leads from Emerson. Looks like it's all clean so far. We've got a Williams of Tango going side by side with Knowlesy. That's about for P3. Someone's
there
round.
We go. There's issues, and FTH is out of the race, getting hit by his own teammate. That's going to be a safety
car. It is a safety car.
Yes, it is. But his own teammate ended up executing him by accident.
I didn't quite... Well, if you watch the stream, actually, you probably will see what happened, because the stream caught it, but I didn't... There was so much to look at, I didn't end up catching it. But an early safety car...
Lap 1,
and Droftas and Andreas hit each other and given each other 5-second time penalty.
Left the session as well, but... I'm not sure where he is.
Droftas and Andreas have both got 5-second time penalties for hitting each other. Has Droftas got damage? Because he hit the back of Andreas, I think. I'm just having a look.
Andreas hit the back of Droftas, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. Andreas has got wing damage. Andreas has got wing damage, right end plate. But it is safety car, so he can afford to pit. Also, those on the wrong strategy, considering it's going to rain, can pit, but ideally... I think the medium is going to be best placed if the rain's in 10 to 15 minutes.
FTH has left the session. And he'll be hoping for a better start to next season, as that is his season over, actually.
Yeah, not a great way to end the season, as you always want to have a good last race. But, of course, you know, anything can happen, especially when you're...
Chapelele actually has wing damage, even starting at the back, getting caught up in something there.
But, yeah, that obviously, that can happen very easily, especially if you're starting at the back. That's where the chaos usually is. and especially at a track like Baku, you know, that car spun round and everyone sort of slammed into it. So,
do you know what I really wish you could do though on this game is select not to serve these
cars.
5-second penalties in the pits.
Yeah.
Because these are the sort of ones that could get taken off you if you were, say, in P, in the pit.
And once obviously you serve that,
in the back.
if you as long as if you serve that 5 second in the pits during safety car, we can't remove that. So, but Droftas is pitting.
He's going to be served.
So I
there
think
we go.
Has, I wonder if he's serving his penalty.
And he's going to be sent down to the back. The Ferraris have actually double stacked as well. Poorly Orange getting
a lot of people going onto the hard to medium, so maybe rain isn't that imminent. Did say 10 to 15 minutes, which can be. Jeff is really vague.
That could be forever.
Yeah, when he
honest.
says 10 to 15 minutes, that could be lap 26 or that could be lap 6. Like, there's no logic for Jeff, unfortunately.
There needs to be a bigger time frame than 10 to 15, if I'm being honest.
Because that literally, there's tons of laps in between. But lap 2, Total Peas leads this race. Will he bottle it? We will see. Total Peas, though, leading at the moment. Really good start from him. Managed to fend off Emerson, who's in P2. Knowlesy in P3 had a good battle with Tango, but they kept it clean. Tango staying in P4. Nova in P5. He's up 3 positions, actually. If I get up the position change. Yeah, he's up 3 positions. The top 4 are unchanged. Fatality also up 3 positions in the 6th. Young Light's up 3 positions in 7th. Only up 7 positions in 8th. Elan 9th. German 10th, up 6 positions. Conrad up 7. Involved in that incident at the start. I am Sloth in 12th. Paulie Orange down 7 positions, 13th. Droftas down 9, 14th. Andreas down 8 and 15th. Dan Murphy down 4 and 16th. Chapelele up 2, but one of them was because someone's retired. And Phil Razor is dead last. And that is the position change status of this race.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit of drama on the start, obviously just because how tight it was, but maybe not to that extent, really. I didn't expect to see a McLaren sideways on the exit of turn 2. Nothing anyone could really do about it to avoid the car either, that's the thing. And Dan Murphy ended up assassinating his own teammate, which is a bit unfortunate.
I'm just trying to see, watch back on the stream, what actually happened. What caused that?
Tango is in the pits, and so is Ailhan, so they've both decided to change up the strategy.
So, was that FTH or Dan who lost it? It was...
FTH lost
No, not his wheel, but lost it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was FTH who lost it and then lost his wheel. He basically, there was no contact, he just lost the rear looking at that from the stream. So that's interesting to see, yeah, just sort of skidded round that corner. Very interesting. Young Lights has overtaken One under
Well, I tell you what, it does put One in a very good position to do some big things for Red Bull tonight, actually, because obviously they have to beat AlphaTauri by 14 points or more to either tie it or go ahead.
Currently,
but they've got a bit of a job on their hands, don't they?
Yeah, currently they're obviously not getting enough, but they are getting points, which AlphaTauri at this current time aren't, but they really need both Red Bulls up there if they're going to have a chance. Currently, obviously, only getting 6 points when they need 14, as you say. What would happen if it tied? I guess it'd come down to overall race results.
Yeah, race results.
I don't know.
Which would, I think, put Red Bull in the winning seat because of Chapelele's wins.
But Droftas has won quite a few as well. I don't know.
Yeah, but Chapelele's actually won more than Droftas.
Maybe, yeah, probably, yeah. So that might be enough then. So we were on board with One because we were talking about him. Wonder if the safety car will be in this lap. It is.
It is.
I get answered immediately. How polite of it. Well, when is Pease going to bolt? Because you don't want to bolt too early here, because obviously it's so easy to overtake, and you can get swamped. So I think he'll want to leave it as late as possible. We will see, though.
Well, don't want to be seeing a Magello here, though, do we?
No, we don't. Yeah, he doesn't want to threaten to go and then not go. He either needs to go or not go to avoid that happening. Otherwise, you can find some incident reports, I presume.
Oh yeah, the thing is, it's the weird thing is, right, that safety car's already in the pits, so Peace can go whenever he wants. As he's going now, he could have held that all the way to the line.
He could, and I wonder if he's going to regret that. We got a lot of people side by side already. Fatality is side by side with Knowlesy. Nova's side by side.
Everyone's side by side with everyone. It's Noah's Ark.
It is, and someone's backed out completely. Fatality slowed down, like, I don't know if he had a moment or he just gave up.
There is a huddle back here.
There really is.
With Paulie Orange.
Paulie Orange is overtaken by Droftas, and now look at Andreas. He's got through. Chapelele had a bit of a moment as well. Phil now look on the back of Chapelele here. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? No, he's not. And God, they are so bunched together. Droftas and Andreas.
Is Droftas passing Andreas?
Yeah, no, Andreas is behind him, so Andreas is passing Droftas, and they're still side by side. Andreas is going to have the inside line though, and he has got through.
Does back out.
Really good driving from Andreas there.
As those two are going side by side, Dan and Chapelele as well, and Young Lights has left the session. Probably lagging out, but Chapelele trying to stick it down the inside. It's not working though. Dan's obviously not going to.
Can't go side by side
surrender.
Here. Yeah. So Chapelele has
to back out. As we have got movement again, but that is Young Lights.
Yeah, Young Lights disconnected car. We've already got some penalties. Droftas
it does look like
Sloth
is
got
actually
damage.
pulled out the way. Quite politely, actually.
I think he's got damage.
Fair play too. Yeah, he has lost most of his front wings, so fair play to him getting out the way, not causing any issues, because that is a very difficult.
Everyone is so close together, it's really difficult to keep an eye on the battle, but currently we got Gurman and Young Lights, but now SAF
Conrad is all over the back of Gurman as well, and that's going to be
surely he's going to get him. He won't need DRS for this one. And Total Peace does the fastest lap of the race.
There we go, Conrad going past Gurman. It does look like he's not going to completely have this move done, but there we go, and that is the move done for Conrad there.
For now, because Gurman will have DRS for the next straight, don't forget. So this isn't necessarily over. And look who's lurking behind.
Andreas is on a charge.
Sloth is retired in the pits.
Sloth is retired in the pits, and Young Lights is just falling down, obviously, because of his... But Chapelele is all over the back of Dan. How much
he's
can
going
Dan
for a move round the outside, and he's made it off.
Brilliant move
actually
there
made
by
it stick.
Chapelele.
That is pretty incredible from Chapelele. He had to be ballsy there, and he's made it stick, as you mentioned. Good move from him. Everyone moving past Young Light. Obviously, he's disconnected. It's unfortunately really pointless him racing when his internet is that bad until it's properly fixed. He's really rapid. It's a real shame. Really rapid. Really liking this league, but just the internet's just terrible. It happened to me for ages. Do you remember at the start of this season I missed like the first 6 races?
Oh yeah, and there's the rain.
Yep.
I have just witnessed the rain.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Do you know what?
Some people have switched to the hards and thinking that there wasn't going to be rain. Look, some people have switched to the hards and mediums.
I wonder how long until the switchover points, because these softs are going to really be beneficial. As the
hards are going to be the worst tyre for these conditions, 100%. The least grip. Andreas is on the back of Gurman.
I just wonder how quickly is Paulie Orange going to be passed by Chapelele, because Chapelele is looking to get this pass done ASAP.
Andreas is getting past Gurman, meanwhile. Peace is the fastest lap of the race.
Chapelele going past Paulie Orange as well. Voice break.
Droftas on the back of it as well.
Chapelele has gone through.
And he's on the fastest lap. Andreas on Gurman, and he's got the move done as well. Now Droftas is lining up on Gurman. Thinks better off going into that corner.
Those hard tyres really not proving too well when Chapelele's on the back of Droftas now. This is big. Chapelele has a point to prove. Is Andreas having to go defensive through turn 3. Open up Droftas actually to look at going for a move on Gurman, but he's thought better of it.
Contact! That's the wing. That's the wing of Chapelele. Pretty smashed up there. He wasn't expecting. Droftas had to brake a bit earlier than he would have usually intended to because of the cars in front, and Chapellet's misjudged that.
Well, he's going to have to try and stay out now until the switchover period, or else he's losing out massively.
It's going to be really tricky, though, with that wing damage.
But the thing is, these two are incredible in the wet. That's where they really
excel, yeah.
Excel, isn't it?
One is also on the back of YouTube Nova here. Let's have a mention for YouTube Nova. He's currently P4. I know
he is the gap, though, isn't he, between the top three and him? But honestly, it's racing.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be moving out of the way for anyone. Droftas is looking to move down the inside of German. Very interesting place to do it. He's not got the move, though.
No, it's lost
going
him
over that curb, but losing the car there and losing the position to Paulie Orange.
One's on the back of YouTube Nova here.
As it looks like Droftas is going to go back through on Paulie Orange as well.
One on Fatality here. DRS wide open. One on, sorry, Nova. Fatality also battling with Conrad. Conrad's going to go down the inside and get the move done on Fatality. That's why there was the confusion.
Gets that move done on Paulie Orange. Re-overtaken and Phil raises round. That's very unfortunate for him. I'm not sure if there's contact for him here, and
you got to rate the pirouette.
Chapelele, and yes, I do very much.
Andreas going down the inside of Fatality here. Not much space, but they've managed to avoid contact.
I tell you what, Andreas is on something at the moment. He's got a point to prove today.
It's 100% crack. Andreas.
I back it.
Yeah. Look how close everyone is. Conrad as well now on YouTube Nova, and Nova's still fighting with One. The gaps between the top three aren't very big at all.
The gaps are between everyone. Droftas all over German, and obviously that's allowing Chapelele to pretty much stick inside this.
Hits the back of Fatality, which has meant that Fatality's lost a bit of traction there. I think Andreas got away without getting any wing damage.
He did.
But he is all over the back of him.
Andreas is looking to go. Oh my god, he's really
going for
this?
The move.
He has, but he's completely lost his front wing.
Look at the car sliding around that corner.
And German now going past Fatality as well. Fatality backing out that much. Yeah, saving his car, but now Fatality is going to drop probably now behind Droftas, because Droftas does look for a good rocket ship, doesn't he?
Conrad's eyeing up Nova here. Conrad, who was starting from pretty much the back of the grid because of crashing on his outlap in qualifying, is going to breeze past Nova. Nova's pits.
Coming into the pits now.
What is he going to go for? It's not switchover time, so I'm unsure what he's going to go for here.
Very interesting back here, though. Andreas still has German all over the back of him, and actually Andreas is in a bit of trouble here. He was on a push, but that wing damage is probably quite severe as well. As Droftas has actually moved past Fatality now, and Fatality's as Nova's gone on to the intermediates.
I guess maybe his tyres have gone.
Moving on Paulie Orange with the wing damage as well, which is very surprisingly. And he has made that move stick.
Oof,
very good driving from
Difficult
Chapelele.
as well.
Almost losing the car, though.
Yeah. It's very difficult to slow the car down as well when you've got wing damage.
Well, in these wet conditions as well.
It's just extra elements. Droftas is quite close to German as well at the moment. I mean, there's just so many battles ongoing at the moment. But actually, Droftas is
looking very solid, though, isn't he?
He's got a comfortable lead, 2.4 seconds. The thing that can let him down is concentration. As Droftas, speaking of concentration, and he goes into the back of German there. And I wonder how long it's going to be till we see the switchover point. At the moment, it's nowhere near wet enough. You can see that decision by Nova is not going to be the right one at the moment unless it imminently rains. It just isn't enough water on track. It just doesn't seem to get
heavier, does it?
No, and there's not enough water on track for it to work. Chapelele on the back of Fatality. I'll tell you what, Conrad's not satisfied with P5. He's now going after One. Now, if he gets past One, if I just put up the detail, he will be up 14 positions if he can pass One. He's up 11 positions himself. And you know what?
Very impressive.
He's got a chance of making it 14 positions here. He's side by side, and he's made the move done. He's made the move stick, and German now on Andreas. Andreas goes defensive. We have quite a few people pit. Well.
Oh, Dan Murphy's making a move on Paulie Orange. He's just not going to be able to get it done, though, as Ailhan's actually holding these guys up at the moment. Phil is in the pit. No, sorry, Fatality's in the pit. Chapelle's getting a front wing change, not believing that it's ever going to last long enough, and he's switched onto the hards.
The rain isn't coming down hard enough either. German's got past Andreas. German's gone past Andreas. We saw that potentially happening, quite considering how close they were.
Well, now Droftas is going to line up Andreas, and I don't see him waiting around for very long either. But
yeah,
at
Andreas
the
with that
moment,
wing damage,
as it stands, Red Bull aren't doing enough.
No, One is in P5. He's flying the flag, but Chapelede with that wing damage now, it's going to be tricky for them to win constructors.
He's not had it nice, has he?
Phil's got a 3-second time penalty, but yet still got positions up. Conrad up 14 positions, One up 10, and German up 10.
Tell you what, Andreas is doing a very, very good job though, driving with this wing damage. I'd be falling down very quickly.
Dan Murphy's got past Paulie Orange.
Yeah, there you go. And I tell you what, I was saying about the option of this race being used, and I tell you what.
Yeah, we got some good footage of battles. A lot of them so far. I'm not going to lie. I've caught, for once, I've actually caught a lot of the battles on stream. And
Droftas is looking at to go straight past.
Yeah, this will be straightforward as you like. There's nothing Andreas can do here, apart from maybe squeeze him a bit, but even then, it's not going to work. German's also going defensive because he sees Droftas hurtling towards him. Andreas is going to fight
Tango
it.
going past Paulie Orange as well. These three are battling massively, and there we go. Tango past Paulie Orange. Paulie Orange actually has wing damage.
I can't believe that Andreas has actually held off Droftas for that long. Droftas is now going to get him on the straight. But then is Andreas going to fight him and brake late? Because he did that last time. Droftas was past him, then he braked later. We're about to see... Andreas is still fighting it.
Oh, he's in the wall, and that's him gone.
Oh dear, he's dead.
Just relied too much on those brakes. Really thought he could do, and that's
I'm not
going to
lie, that did actually make me laugh. That crash, it was just.
I tell you what,
it was a bit comical. It just plumped into the wall. But yeah, really unfortunate for Andreas. He's providing us with some pretty epic entertainment.
That has saved Nova actually in terms of this realistically shocking decision to go onto the intermediates.
Yeah, it has. But
he will be able to get, because the safety car has pulled out the way, and because he is on the lead lap, he'll be able to catch up with everyone.
Exactly. But yeah, Andreas provided us with some great entertainment that race, some really good battles. In the end, he was just desperate not to concede to Droftas, and I can understand why. Obviously, Andreas and Droftas, they were title contenders, both of them at one point, but then Andreas slipped away and Droftas would go on to win the championship.
I wonder what Pease is going to do here. Is he going to go onto the softs? It does look like he's coming into the pits. I just wonder what he's going to put on his car. Taking it very nice and safe. We're going to see. Is it ready for inters?
Doesn't
or
look like
are these guys...
I think maybe soft tyre. We're about to see.
Pease is putting on the hards. As Emerson's also doing the same.
I don't think it's going to get any heavier.
They're committing to their strategies.
They're believing it's not going to get any heavier. I think
actually, Conrad's gone on to the inters.
Yeah, that's a bit baffling.
That's a worrying move.
Is on the mediums. Another set of mediums.
Droftas and Ailhan have double stacked.
That.
The most ideal. God, my voice just went there. There's quite a few drivers actually.
Quite a few drivers.
Friends.
That's going in the compilation.
Yeah, so quite a few drivers are actually looking at the intermediates and thinking, to be honest, if they do get this cool ride and it does get heavier, we'll see them as geniuses, really, won't we?
I mean, to be fair, as soon as they come out the pits, I've noticed it's got a lot darker.
Well,
does seem to be
these are almost Glock-esque, aren't they? Sort of tactical decisions, because
it's a bit like Brazil in terms of that Brazil 2008 race where the conditions were just like they're borderline constantly changing between soft and intermediate, slicks and intermediates. So yeah, I think people are going to get caught out by it. At the moment, it looks like those on the inters will, but how long is that going to last? It depends how long, obviously, the safety
inevitably, surely this track's going to get wet enough for the
game
intermediates to perform.
Doesn't necessarily work like that, though. It can rain like this and nothing goes on the track.
Yeah, we basically the whole track's graded apparently.
Yeah.
And just fall straight
grated
through.
cheese. We've had
As
quite a few
YouTube
comments
has actually
actually.
pitted onto the softs, so he will be looking to improve his position, as German and Tango are also on the intermediate. So we have got 3 drivers on the inters, trying to test out. As you can see, the rain a bit harder now. I do think, though, the intermediate runners might be the smart ones here, because even if they lose 10 seconds on this opening lap, they're gaining 10 seconds overall.
Depends how quickly it wears out. Depends how quickly.
Well,
You've got to remember the inters, when there's not enough water on the track, they wear out a lot quicker, and they have less grip. So if it won't necessarily be worth it if those inters are absolutely shredded by the time it comes to the crossover point.
Yeah. So I'm going to have another toilet break because I've drunk a fucking lot today. So I'll be right back again as we've got another lap.
Yeah, we have just YouTube Nova coming around to catch the rest of the pack. As we said, Total P's still leads this race. You've got pole position. He's been in command so far. There was a safety car right at the start of the race as Phil pits. And there is another safety car now. At the start of the race, obviously, he doesn't have that big lead. I say a big lead, it was about 3 seconds, but still significant. That's obviously now going to be closed again. But last safety car restart, he managed it pretty well. So if he can do that again and build that lead again, I'm sure he'll be happy. Although I don't think he'll be particularly happy with this rainy weather. I think he definitely prefers the dry around here. We've seen how rapid he is in the dry in qualifying and at the start of this race, compared to these mixed conditions where he's on these hard tyres that don't have much grip in the dry when they first come out of the pits. So with the rain, it's going to be pretty difficult, and we could see a few mistakes. We've actually got 3 drivers on the intermediates. They are Conrad, German, and Tango. They are the 3 that have chosen the intermediates. Conrad will know. Well, he'll get swallowed up immediately if it is the wrong decision. I'm just going on board now to see what level sort of grip he has, and at the moment it looks like he has less grip than those on the slicks. So that gives you an indication of that is not the crossover point yet.
You can start to see the water building up on the screen of the cars as well. So maybe it gives you a bit of an indication of how heavy this rain is getting.
Safety car is not in this lap, or if it is, it's going to be a very late call, and I think that is due to... Well, no, everyone's caught up, so I don't really see why it's going again, but it's going again, so we just have to accept it. I guess.
There we go, it is a late call.
It's a late call, and I hope everyone avoids ramming into the back.
Almost going into the back of each other.
In all fairness, you've got to blame the FIA. What the hell were they doing with that late call? The drivers were just flat out, and then suddenly Pease had to slam the brake on.
Yeah, because obviously Pease wants to control that pace. He doesn't want to just drive.
Nothing on them, and then all the others obviously have to react to that. So,
does look like Conrad's not even... He's doing the Raikkonen here, just sort of driving in a straight line.
Just vibing.
Just probably listen to his music or something.
But I tell you what, Pease is bolted, and Emerson has... Conrad's been left for dead. He's going in the pits. He knows he's made the wrong decision.
I tell you what, apart from this this decision, he had a great race.
Oh, down in Droftas. Yeah, he has, to be fair. He managed to make up so many positions for starting at the back. This is just cost him, unfortunately, for him in the end.
Chapelele going to be looking to get past Elhan as quick as he can. Now, this is the guy.
This is for the constructors, battle. Yeah. This is potentially for the constructors.
Tango's just falling here. Yeah, they're really not the right tyres.
Chapelele goes through, and that means that Elan's going to have the inside. Oh, no, he gives up. He gives out the position. He doesn't want to risk it. Paul German is flying back. German's then gone down the outside, but German's going to be dropping back.
Still not enough.
Tango's going to be dropping back.
The constructors for Red Bull to win it, but it's getting close. It's getting very close, considering Red Bull are in the stronger position on track, and I don't expect Chapelele to sit in P8 for very long as well. Getting very close to the wall there.
Droftas is all over the back of Nolsey here, but Nolsey is pretty close to One as well. But Droftas is on the mediums, whilst Nolsey on the hards. That's going to make a significant difference.
Chapelele is all over the back of Fatality as well.
Young Lights past German, but he's disconnected, so I think German's just that slow on the inters because they're just not the right tyre. Droftas then will have a go. There won't be DRS obviously enabled because of the safety car for another 3 laps. But let's see what Droftas can do without DRS. Just his ERS. Actually, Emerson's gaining on P's. Is he?
Yeah, he is actually. A fair bit.
Yeah.
Chapelele's going through on Fatality now, moving himself up into P7. And it does
Emerson's
look
not
like
going to get close enough. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. It's Gurman.
That is Gurman hitting the wall.
Yeah, he's got severe damage.
It's just... It was a good idea.
Was it?
Well...
No.
It was if you... Look, these guys didn't have much to lose.
No, but at the same time...
Outside the points.
I don't think it was ever going to get much heavier immediately anyway. Droftas still on the back of this train behind One. So it's One, Nolsey, Droftas, then Dan Murphy. That's the train. Chapelele is also slowly catching up to it. But we will view it from Droftas's POV because he's closest and he might have a look at getting Nolsey here.
I don't think Nolsey will be allowing that to happen though, will he?
He thinks better of it, probably because of that reason. Getting very close to him in the castle section.
Chapelele is getting very close to this battle as well.
I'm surprised we haven't seen anything in the castle section today, actually. We haven't seen it.
Do you know what? They've been very, very good.
Now someone's going to die from that, but, you know.
Well, he's getting wetter, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I am as well. I'm getting wetter as well. There's prospect of this race.
Interesting.
Droftas. Nolsey's actually pulled away a bit from Droftas and got a bit closer to One.
Would you think Droftas is in a hurry? Especially in conditions like this?
No, you don't want to obviously... I mean, these sort of conditions was when I died in my race and bottled a win in GP2.
Emerson and Pease have just ran away from the leading group.
DRS is now enabled. Chapelele's looking for a go on Dan Murphy. And
he's not going to be able to get it done.
Alan's made the move and
Murphy has got a very, very quick car in a straight line though, so it's not going to be easy for him to get through.
But both Red Bulls in the points, both AlphaTauris in the points. That's not really good news for Red Bull.
I'm going to have to start. Oh, we did get Andreas Herr. Glad I could provide some entertainment. Just see in my crash on stream. So yeah. Yeah, it's a good race.
Yeah, it was good entertainment from you, Andreas. You want to charge. It's unfortunate about that race.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to work out the points while you cover this.
Whilst Velocity does maths, which is better he does it, if you haven't worked that out by now. Conrad getting past Lights, who's still disconnected, obviously. Droftas still cannot get past Nolsey. He's getting closer and closer in the castle section, but it's still not close enough. There's a real train behind One, and Emerson and Pease are still sticking within about half a second of each other, but they're not really getting much closer. But DRS is now enabled this lap, so that could change. Droftas is going to go for a move here, potentially on Nolsey. No, he has to back out of it in the end. There isn't the room, but he is all over the back of him. Chapelele also all over the back of Dan Murphy. Was thinking about the move there. He's going to wait till DRS instead.
So, at the moment, AlphaTauri would win this race, win the Constructors by 7 points if it finished this exact way. So
as we see these guys come through, Chapelele is going to go for the move on Dan Murphy here.
Well, it looks like Droftas could be
Dan
under
is
a bit
also
of threat.
going to be going on the move on Droftas. And Droftas is going to lose 2 positions potentially here. He has lost 2 positions. But no, Chapelele's gone wide.
Oh my god, they're going 3 wide.
They're going 3 wide here, lads. Oh no, Droftas backs out. Dan Murphy's not pulling out though. He's battling for it.
There we go, and Dan's going to go back through on Droftas is going back through on...
And here's Alan.
What has happened to Droftas all of a sudden?
Oh, Tango's disconnected. One's got past Nolsey as well for P3. They're obviously battling.
Droftas is just struggling because Ailhan's all over the back of him now.
Maybe it's getting wetter and he's made a mistake.
How
Can you invite Tango
now?
Tango's
he doesn't like my invites though.
Yeah, true. Gurman does the fastest lap of the race. That's no. He's down in 15th. He's on those fresh softs. That's no surprise. Just shows that the track is still getting quicker, despite these wet conditions.
I've invited him back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rework this out. I'm going to keep on top of this.
Okay, be our live stand-ins. So you get a lovely helicopter view of this battle. And Nosey get a weird line there. But Tango has rejoined, that's good to see. Seemed to be no issue with it. Oh, what a mistake there from Nosey!
Again, they wouldn't do it, but it'd be a 3-point gap.
Chapelele has just got past Nosey because Nosey made a mistake there. I'm not sure if he hit the wall.
Oh.
I was too busy gazing at the beautiful camera shot we were given, but then Chapelele making a mistake. A lot more people are making mistakes now. I think it is starting to get a bit heavier because we are seeing a lot more mistakes. But Nosey's going to have a great one on Chapelele, but so is Dan Murphy and Droftas. Look at this camera angle.
God.
Oh my god. This is
Dan
absolutely
Murphy's
epic
looking
racing.
to make the move, but Droftas is also looking to get past as well. I'm giving up on looking at the standings because these guys are so close, anything can happen.
And it's constantly changing, and in the end, Dan Murphy has got past temporarily Nosey, and he is going to keep that. Droftas going down the inside. He's going to have a run now. Let's see what he can do as Conrad goes in the pits. I've lost my delta for the top 4, so that's fantastic.
Oh my god, there's a little bit of contact there between
Chapelele, something's happened to Chapelele. He had contact.
Chapelele's left.
Oh, and he's teleported.
Out.
He's now teleported up the grid.
Gonna have to quickly get him an invite back in.
Absolute chaos there. And not really sure what happened there on my screen. Anyway, you could see the lag. And Chapelele's car is driving really angrily now. I think he definitely got damaged again.
He hasn't got damage. He's just lagged out.
His car is fighting Paulie Orange, but he's going to lose those positions. So yeah, Dan now up into P4, and he's eyeing up One here. Dan hasn't been on the podium, I don't think at all this season, or maybe once, but I don't remember if he has. So he'll be looking to get potentially his first podium of the season and the last race of the season. Well, that Chapelele incident is massive for Red Bull's constructors. Yeah.
That could have just lost it for them realistically.
Because One was doing a great job in P3 as well. So is Droftas going to be the next one to make a move on Dan Murphy, or is Dan going to make a move on One? Are we going to see Droftas do a move on both? We're about to see. Total Peace has now extended the gap up front to a second. He is out of DRS range of Emerson for now. Dan Murphy's going past One here.
Is back in the session now. And Droftas is gonna maybe squeeze it down. Nosey's retired in the pits.
Not sure why that's happened.
For some reason.
Yeah, we're also speaking like we're in slow motion. I do apologise because we're just so confused.
Yeah, no, we go slow motion when we get confused. It's okay.
Oh, he thought about a lunge and then pulled out at the last minute. Didn't want to get anyone pregnant, maybe. Going down the inside this time though. No.
Oh, looks like there was a bit of contact there, though, between One and Droftas.
And I've lost my delta, which is fantastic.
Well, this is not great when everything's so close.
No, it's not helpful at all.
It does look like Paulie Orange has got the run, though, on Droftas. No, on Ailhan, sorry. As Droftas is all over the back of One, and One's really slipping off at the moment. Yeah, Chapelele has come into the pits actually and has set the medium compound tyres, so he's going to be going to the end.
And I still don't really know who to watch because of the this issue with the Delta.
I'm baffled. We're over halfway through this game's life cycle and they haven't fixed all the glitches yet. I'm just going to quickly check up on the YouTube comments if anyone's... And they have Chapelele, my game crashed. His game just crashed.
That's painful. Droftas is going to have a good run on One. This will seal the deal for AlphaTauri's Constructors' Championship, potentially this move. They're already winning, but this will certainly cement it because they'll actually gain points on Red Bull. And Droftas has got past comfortably. One is going to try and fight this because he knows it's about the Constructors. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? No, but he's sticking with him and he will have DRS.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, One, if he was here for the whole season with Chapelele, this could be a completely different story, wouldn't it?
Exactly. And it's really unfortunate with Abbasus and his wheel. Oh, big slide there from One. Tell you what, fair play to Phil, because he had that spin round and went to last place and got damage. And yet he's up to P9 now, just shows you never give up.
Yeah.
And he's chasing down P8 of Fatality.
So I'm very, very, very confused why Nosey has actually retired. Because
yeah, he was doing well. I don't know, really.
Unless he got really severe wing damage. I didn't see anything
No, I didn't
wrong with
either.
where he was.
Phil is gaining.
Just Pease and Emerson are 9 seconds up the road, just in a little
Yeah.
world of their own.
And at one point they were staying within DRS range of each other, Pease and Emerson, but now Pease has gotten rid of the threat from Emerson for now and got that to 1.8 seconds. Closest battle on track at the moment is between Phil and Fatality. Nova currently on course for points in his final race in VIL, or certainly on console anyway, hopefully. He will come back if we ever expand to PC, which I hope he will at one day. Yeah, Phil on a charge. Alan also on a charge on One. Yeah, actually, Alan is going to be quite... He's going to have a chance with the DRS to get an overtake done, but he's got to look out for Paulie Orange, because Paulie Orange has had a brilliant exit as well. This could be another 3-wide situation.
Well, Alan has damage.
Yellow flag in Sector 2. That's for Gurman, I think. He's gone wide. Alan does have damage, has he?
Yeah, he's got no front left, and that's Gurman retiring in the castle section. Could cause a safety car.
Alan gets past One for now anyway. I think Alan knows, despite that damage, what is on the line. He knows the Constructors is on the line. He wants to help Droftas 4th and 5th. Comfortably secures it. It's a really good result for AlphaTauri, actually.
Gurman has left the session as well.
I'm seeing the cars...
Mercedes not having the best of seasons, realistically, have they? They've had some very, very solid results, though.
Absolutely. I'm seeing the cars fight, as Nova pits again. I'm seeing the cars fight the drivers fight the car a lot more with this rain than I have in previous laps. I'm seeing everyone starting to slide now. I feel like we are reaching closer to that drop-off point. It's just whether it will be close enough, because to actually bother to pit and make that difference. And everyone, One sliding again, Paulie Orange all over the back of him. There just doesn't seem to be enough settling on track, though, for that to be the case at the moment. Still 6 laps to go, but yeah, I'm sure. Orange has got wing damage.
Liverpool might lose to Burnley.
Excellent news. How has Orange got away with wing damage? He's slammed into the castle section and his wing is fine. I am baffled. He must be the luckiest person in the world to avoid damage there.
Well, he's a magic man.
One now on the back of Alan. And Pease has now extended the gap out front to 3.6 seconds. You just got to keep his concentration, though. So easy to lose it, especially when you've got these mixed conditions as well. You've got to be 100% focused all the time. I don't think we've actually interviewed
Burnley are
Pease
now
on the
1-0
podium.
up
We have
in
one
the 82nd minute against Liverpool. So, you know, any Liverpool fans out there?
Oh, but then that means that Man United... I don't know how I feel about that.
No, but Man City are in a much better position anyway.
Yeah, but City, you've got United coming up, and City suck against United. They always lose, usually, recently.
Yeah, but Ollie will just play for a 0-0 anyway.
Yeah, and he'll get a 0-0, which is a good result for them.
No, because City have a game in hand
Shut
and
up.
are only 1 point behind.
Shut up. Paulie Orange now going for a move on One. One moves defensive. This is for P6. Paulie Orange and One side by side. Oh, One touches the back of him. Has One got damage from that?
Has lost, yeah, he has lost part of his wing, actually.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, no, he hasn't, sorry.
No, yeah. Velocity lying. What else is new? This is the only battle, actually, currently within DRS range at the moment. I've also just noticed we only have 13 drivers now with 5 laps to go, which is actually better than I thought, considering it's now mixed conditions and it is Baku. If I remember correctly, last season in BIL, when we had 1 division, we had 9 finishes here.
Well, that season was sometimes a bit like Drive to Survive.
Yeah,
There's a bit of wing,
was.
actually. I'm just going to look at the front runners. And there we go, yeah. Emerson's got no front right end plate.
And there's a VSC, that might help him out. Because he's right by the pits, actually, as the VSC's
He's
come
losing
out.
2 seconds a lap. Well, 2 seconds everywhere at the moment.
Does he risk pitting? I mean, he's right by the pits where the VSC's coming out, but he's obviously still going to lose a load of time.
I don't know. Droftas actually has major wing damage as well.
Emerson
not sure
continues.
Just wonder. Yeah, Droftas has got bright red wing damage as well, actually.
Oh yeah, that's serious. Yeah, he's going to have to pit. He's going to have to pit. He's going to lose his wheel otherwise, because with that wing damage, yeah, around Baku. So that's going to elevate his teammate to P4. DRS is now enabled.
It's going to elevate Chapelele past him, though.
It is.
Doesn't really do... Oh, wait, no, Chapelele's got no front wing.
Yeah, he doesn't. Everyone's making a lot more mistakes now. It's so close to that crossover point, I think. And Nova, is he going to get out in front of Droftas here? No, Droftas is just going to get out ahead. But Nova currently now in the points. Chapelele now got a 5-second penalty for speeding.
And he's retired.
Yeah, sad way to end the season, but yeah, understandable. So the closest battle on track at the moment, the closest battles, One, Paulie Orange, Alan, then Nova, Droftas, and then, yeah, that's about it. Yellow flag in Sector 1, that's from Chapelele's retirement. What is going... Everyone's taking the castle section, so... Do you reckon it's time for the crossover point? Because everyone is...
Maybe.
I am seeing people revving out through every corner, almost spinning. Like, One, Paulie Orange, Alan, all did it through the castle section.
Yeah, Chapelele not happy with his game crashing. In a very good position. The constructors was very much on.
Yeah.
And obviously, Chapelele's got very unlucky in the last couple of races, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And he did obviously round it off with a win in Vietnam, but it wasn't enough, obviously, to secure the championship. So even that win was bittersweet. We're going to see Paulie Orange have a run on Alan here, though. This is for P4. Doesn't seem to be going particularly fast at the moment.
No, he's not. He's not burning anything. I think he's just happily sitting behind. But yeah, the car's locking up everywhere, having to be really light on the front.
But at this point, I think it's almost too late to pit for the Inters.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I think even though if it is at that crossover point, everyone's staying out, which is why everyone's struggling so much with wheel spin, etc., and making a lot more mistakes and getting damage. But that damage has allowed Phil and Nova into the points at the moment. But yeah, Emerson's cut the gap back to Pease, actually, as Pease got some damage as well, because Emerson obviously had some... As we see a shot of Emerson, you can see he's lost his right end plate. Let's see, from Pease's point of view. Yeah, Pease has lost his right end plate as well now. And Emerson, that is why Emerson is gaining. I think Emerson is dealing with that wing damage a little bit better than Pease at the moment. So maybe this race is not over at the front. Just keep an eye on that gap.
It's like two three-legged dogs, isn't it?
Yeah, they're both wounded, and it's just best of the wounded. If Dan Murphy, maybe if there was more laps, could be sensing a win here, or has he got wing damage as well? No, he's one of the few out there who doesn't. Paulie Orange looking for another attempt on Alan.
Yeah, pretty much everyone at this point is missing part of their wing.
I wonder if Alan is... Paulie Orange is going to actually have an effort here on Onan, because last time he saved the RS rather than actually going for it with the DRS. Looks like he's gaining a bit more this time, but he's further back as well. So it's not... Yeah, he's holding station.
Does look like Dan Murphy's gaining a lot on these front two, though.
Yeah, but 2 laps to go. I'm not sure it's enough, unless one of them makes a mistake or both of them make a mistake.
Well, Pease is struggling massively.
Yeah, he's got the same damage as Emerson visually, anyway. But yeah, he's
losing so much time.
Actually, visually, his damage looks... no, it's about the same. Just the Racing Point is a sexier car than the Haas. Yeah, he is losing time. He's in danger of losing his win here. But, I mean, it's not going to be easy for Emerson to chase him, and I'm sure Pease will fight it with everything he's got. Oh, Pease has gone really deep. Has he given him... No, he hasn't given himself more wing damage, but he desperately had to slow the car down there. He is really struggling here. The gap is now 1.9
seconds.
It's going down all the time. It's like a 10th every corner. Emerson is hunting him. Well, I hope...
I feel like it's almost like a Leclerc in Bahrain.
Yeah.
He's led this whole race, and he's just limping at the end. This could be a last lap overtake, realistically.
Last lap heartbreak.
It's just going to come down to the wire for them too.
Well, we're going to stick on board with him at the moment. Emerson, as he chases down Pease, and he's going to be within DRS range very soon at this rate. And you can see actually in the background there, Dan Murphy. I mean, worst case scenario here, Pease could lose 2 positions, but I think he has got the time on his side, certainly to hold on to at least second.
Well, Dan Murphy can definitely smell a win here. He is gaining very, very nicely on these guys.
Yeah, he's starting to push a lot more. He knows that. I wonder if Droftas is going to go for fastest lap, but the thing is with this rain, I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Actually, if I go to detail, who has got the fastest lap? Oh, it doesn't tell me on detail. That's really annoying. I blame you. Dan Murphy would currently probably be driver of the day because he's P3. And he's up 9 positions.
Well, he's had a class race, hasn't he, really? He kept out of trouble.
And Emerson is nearly in DRS range of P's. He might be at the end of this lap. He is. Oh, my word.
Last lap issues here for P's.
He's limping, especially through this castle section. You just tell how much that's affecting him.
It just seems like Emerson's just sending it. Just so much more committed.
Let's hope he doesn't send it like in Vietnam and smash into the wall, though, and on the last lap. He might get him with a lap to spare, you know. It depends how much ERS
Well, it depends
if
Pease actually ends up keeping in this
I don't think he will with that damage. You look how much time he's lost. I don't see it happening. Fatality's got past One. Disappointing in the end for One that he's not going to finish high after a really impressive race from him. For P's sake, he's got to be draining all his ERS here to stay ahead because Emerson is on a charge. He has DRS. P's goes defensive. Emerson is gaining here.
Not very much, though.
No, it's not going to be enough for this DRS zone, but he's still got this final lap. There's still 2 overtaking, well, normal overtaking areas. Of course, you can go for the unorthodox ones. Droftas has got past One as well. Has One got damage or something? Because he's shipping positions. Actually, he's fighting Droftas back a bit here. Droftas gets past him. One has got damage. That's why he's got severe left wing end plate damage on the wing.
It's going to be difficult for Emerson to get through, actually, because obviously dirty air, and it's just... Do you want to send it down someone's inside on the last lap?
Phil's sent it on Nova and got the position. That's P9 for Phil. 2 points rather than 1, although he has got a penalty. I'm not sure if that's a 5-second one that can be removed or if it's a time penalty. As we go into this final lap, our viewer count has gone up.
For these two.
Our viewer count has significantly gone up. Maybe they heard about this battle between Emerson and Pease for the win, with Pease and Emerson both limping, but Pease limping worse. And Emerson is so close to him. It's just whether he can be close enough that he can get him on the line. It's literally going to be a Lance Stroll Bottas moment in Baku.
This is going to be an insane
Droftas is also on the back
finish.
of Fatality, so this might not be the only battle that's going to go right to the end, as we got a brief helicopter shot there, very brief. And
here we go. The gap is 6 tenths going on to the last corner. I don't think Emerson's got the gap, but here we go.
I don't know. He's gaining a lot.
It's not going to be enough, though, is it?
I'm not sure. There's the finishing line. No, Pease is just going to hang on for the win. Excellent job from all the top 3.
1/10 and One losing. Well, Droftas actually.
He's round.
Oh no, Droftas is doing donuts.
Oh, is he doing donuts for? Maybe, I don't know. He might have generally crashed.
No, Droftas is doing donuts.
Well, he is our championship winner, so he has every right to do that. He doesn't need any more points.
He's won the constructors as well.
Yeah,
he's won
championship
the double
win.
Fair play.
And he's given a point to Tango,
season.
so that's the kind of him. And YouTube Nova in his last race as well, he gets P8. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, honestly though,
good way to finish.
Brilliant season it's been in GP1 though. Honestly, hats off to all the drivers. I mean, for the last race to be 1/10 is something else, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and was a thrilling race, and a perfect way to end out the season. And Droftas goes for a very aggressive way to finish, and and why not? He gets 11th, but he's obviously already the champion, and that is the end of VIL Division 1 season. And Drive the Day, as expected, Dan Murphy, P3, nearly P2 in the end, actually. Even potentially a win if it was a few laps longer. Yeah, if you get the invites out, Velocity, we can talk to the top 3 total Ps with his first win in VIL this season, as he does a little dance there on the podium.
Oh my god. Where is Emerson on my friends list? Maybe he just hates me, it's just removed me like straight away. There he is. I've got them. Well, Becca saying, well, that was exciting. I'll tell you what, though, these guys don't fail to impress, do they? P's, what, first to first? not easily. Being pushed right to the wire with a 1.74 tenth, whatever you want to call it, to Emerson.
1.74 tenth. That was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was absolutely terrible.
P2 to P2 for Emerson, and a P12 to P3 for Dan Murphy. P4 Paulie Orange Fatality coming home at P5. One at P6.
Unfortunate
in
with the wing
P7.
damage at the end for One.
Nova in P8, Phil in P9, Tango in P10, and obviously our championship winner of Season 2 of VIL is Droftas, and also AlphaTauri have won the Constructors' Championship as well, so that's a massive congratulations to them. Indeed,
and now our drivers have joined. Let's start talking with first place. Dan, it's been a while since you've been on the podium.
First place?
Sorry, third place. Last of the podium places. You know what I meant. So, Dan, it's been a long time since you've been on the podium, but congratulations on that. Did you? A few more laps, I think you might have won that race, you know? You were within DRS right at the end.
I mean, yeah. And maybe if there's a couple more laps, I could have won it, but it's always ifs and maybes. I mean, Emerson and Pease both had wing damage, and if they didn't, then I wouldn't have had the chance to maybe win it, you know? It's all... I'm happy with third at the end of the day. It was a solid race, so can't ask more than that.
Yeah, very true. And did you think about, was it made extra difficult with that sort of uncertain conditions? You know, it was raining, but it wasn't raining enough for inters, but it was clearly raining enough that, you know, people were struggling for grip out there, especially towards the end.
Yeah, that sort of Codemasters rain and dry tyres thing, it doesn't hit me as hard. I feel quite comfortable with it still, which is quite handy. I don't know if it's the same for everyone, maybe not, but I'm quite comfortable with it.
Yeah, and it certainly showed because you were able to, obviously, yeah, as you say, Emerson and Pease had damage, but you were able to close the gap significantly and come from P12 to P3. It's a pretty solid way to end your season, so congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
We meet a second. Emerson, I guess I have to say commiserations on P2 because you nearly got the win there right at the end from Total Ps. We weren't sure if you were close enough, and in the end, obviously, you weren't. When you originally, obviously, Ps kept building this gap on you, and then you got wing damage, and we thought, oh, well, that's the race over. But then it seemed that Ps got more severe damage, and you really pulled him in towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, in the first stint before it started raining, really, he had the pace over me anyway, and then I got wing damage in the first stint before the first safety car. Luckily, I didn't actually lose any places with the safety car and changing my wing and everything, so I remained in P2. But yeah, at the end, I mean, I had that wing damage, and then he got a bit of a gap, and it didn't actually feel that bad, weirdly. It kind of felt kind of normal, but I don't know if it was just the rain kind of masking the damage, and it wasn't really too bad. It was quite controllable, but yeah, I mean, it was so tense at the end there. I was gutted I didn't get P's. I got a bad exit before just as the sector 3 starts, and yeah, one more lap could have got him, but I think Dan probably would have got me if that was the case.
Yeah,
so
I think he would have just pipped you for
P2
it.
was pretty good I think, considering.
Yeah, I mean, last race, obviously, Vietnam, hopefully the wind's healed from that. You couldn't get P2 in the end because of the wall.
Yeah, that was a complete mistake. I don't know. Well, I genuinely didn't mean that.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone was accusing you of deliberate. I was just absolutely shocked. But yeah, you didn't manage it. You didn't crash this time at least, and a good way to end the season, I guess. Even though if it's not all the win, solid P2, and it's just about building for next season now, I guess. With that.
Yeah, I mean, I only joined halfway through. I think it was.
Yeah.
And to get P3 in the championship, I think as well. So.
Yeah, massive.
So hopefully next season can challenge Chapalele. Although he is kind of an alien, I know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty decent myself, but he's next level.
Well, either way, I still think you can give him a good run for your money. But yeah, congratulations on P2 and P3 in the championship, as you mentioned. Really good effort. And finally, Total P's. Didn't think I'd be interviewing you again this season after your PS4 exploded, but here you are, and you're just about held on to the win in the end. I thought you had it in control, and then yeah, you got that wing damage, and it looked visually the same as the wing damage to Emerson, but it clearly affected you worse or was worse.
For those last few laps, my balls were not where they were meant to be. Because there was Dan taking 2 seconds out of me a lap, Emerson taking 1 second out of me a lap. It was horrible. But I'm happy that I managed to keep. If there was a couple more laps, I think Dan would have won that race. Because it was horrible to drive. But it was an interesting race. I had the pace at the start, and then the mistake at the end nearly cost me.
Yeah, because you were in control the whole time. Obviously, you had to manage 2 safety cars. Okay, the one at the start, it's not a big deal, but you had a sort of, the second one was a bit more significant for you, led to start to finish. And yeah, did you really think that you'd lost it at that point when you saw that gap coming in?
Well, I knew Emerson had damage, so I thought, okay, it's going to be a level playing field. And then he started catching me a lot, and I started going deep a lot. So that's when I started getting worried. But luckily, I don't know why, my ERS was just coming back so quickly, so I could just turn everything up where I could put the car in a straight line, and Emerson couldn't get it. But I think had he had a cleaner exit off the last corner, he would have been much closer.
Yeah, I mean, it was close as it was the 10th as he went across the line, so I think that clean exit from him could have been the difference. But I think, yeah, definitely in terms of controlling the race and everything, you did deserve to win it, to be fair. Just very unfortunate with the damage. But yeah, congratulations. That's your first VIL race win of the season, and the last race of the season. You're racing next season, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be able to be a bit more consistent and maybe even build a significant charge for the upper end of the table.
Yeah, try not to blow up my PS4 again.
Yeah, I would advise that, yeah. Also, one last question. Why are you repping the Jamaican flag? Any reason?
Why not?
Fair, that's a good enough reason for me. Just wanted to know. I mean, to be fair, Velocity is repping...
feel the rhythm, feel the ride. It's bobsleigh.
Yeah, that's why I had so much pace. I was in the rhythm.
Yeah. It was bobsleighing a bit with the amount of grip out there towards the end.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know why you're criticising your flag. Velocity's got a bloody world as his flag. That's not a country. Change it.
Don't you as well?
No, I have a British flag. I did have a Lebanese flag for ages.
You've got the world flag.
On my on my screen, and actually, if you look at the stream, I've got the British flag, so the stream does not lie. So I did used to have the Lebanese flag though, because I'm Lebanese in spirit. But yeah, anyway, that concludes. Thanks anyway, and congrats to getting P1.
Interview to Dan, dickhead.
Who's done that?
Dan and Elhan are here.
Oh, for the constructors, yeah. I didn't know they were both here. God, this aggression is just really unsettling. So I guess I'll interview you guys one at a time. I'll start off with Elan. Congrats on getting the constructors. Obviously, really good performance from you today in the end. I think it was P4, was it, that you got in the end? Or was that me just having a blank?
Are we... No.
Hello?
Nice.
No, it's you getting blanked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
yeah, so construct... Yeah, barely. But yeah, congratulations on the constructors. How was that race for you then? Did you aware of how many points Red Bull needed?
Yes, first off, thank you. I hate the track, so it's just a matter of finishing.
Yeah,
I knew beforehand, obviously, how many points they needed, but I know Dan likes his place anyway, though it didn't work out how he probably wanted it, but it's what we needed, so it's fine.
and are you confident? Obviously, you guys seem to have like a good respect on and off track. Are you confident of in terms of next season? Obviously, you joined, relatively late. You weren't in there straight from the season. Are you confident of being, challenging up there a bit more next season?
I am not here next season.
Oh, you're not.
So,
Oh, right.
no.
Oh, yeah. Of course, you're not. Yeah. So that was your last race in VIL.
Yep.
At least you rounded it off with some decent points in the end, and obviously to round it up with the constructors, I guess isn't bad for you.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for being in VIL for this season, and we'll miss you. But good luck with whatever league you go into next, or whatever's next up for you. And finally, Droftas. We know now, obviously, sadly, you're leaving VIL as well in terms of being a permanent driver. But you have managed to seal that with the double championship. You've won the constructors and the drivers. At first, at the end there, I thought you'd made a mistake or like there'd been contact, but then I realised you were doing donuts to celebrate. Obviously, I think you would have wanted to have potentially got a podium or win for your final race, but I guess nothing can top a championship, can it?
No, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I got hit in the rear more than Elton John in the 90s in that race, but I then got a bit of damage chasing Dan down.
Jesus Christ.
That's going in the compilation, I'm just saying. That is class.
Oh my god.
I mean...
Yeah, just sat behind Dan and got damage in the castle, so went to softs and had a bit of drove a bit quicker at the end.
Yeah.
It's a good race. It was fun.
Yeah, and we've really enjoyed having you in VIL, and I'm sure you'll continue to do well and challenge for championships in other leagues, and we wish you all the luck with that. And thanks for being a part of VIL, and congratulations, you'll always be the season 2 of VIL Division 1 champion. So massive congrats.
But you'll never be Division 1 champion.
That is true. The inaugural Division 1 champion.
Who is going to
Dan
be the first
holds that.
person?
You can be the Elton John champion if you want.
Yeah, I think Elton
It's
John
only
champion.
Dan's that win VIL.
Yeah,
Only
exactly.
Dan's that win VIL.
Yeah. We'll see if someone can break that curse, it seems,
Just
of
need
not
loads
being
of
named
drivers
Dan.
called
We'll just start calling Chapelele Dan, and it'll be fine.
To be fair, it's,
This
I-
is-
Not if you sold
DIL.
you're right.
Dan International Racing.
yeah. Deal. Yeah, it sort of still works. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and thanks for tuning in this whole season. We will be back next season, and hopefully we're in for more entertaining races like this. Goodbye.